It's to condition you.
It's the level 2 mix-up, right? But we actually have a little bit of a mix-up coming out on screen, too, because Tope, usually an Ike main, a pretty frequent competitor at the 404 Esports Weeklies, but this time around, he's flickering on the camera and flickering that Chrom.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to see as well, because as Ike, you would think, or rather against Little Mac, you would think that you'd want to go Ike to have a more secure recovery, not be able to get countered. But instead, he might just be capitalizing on the speed and on just trying to smother out Drippy rather than survive for a while against him. But great tech on the stage there coming out from Drippy as well.
Yeah,
to get back here on stage, a little bit of platform pressure coming out now.
And this is a very scary spot to be in for Tope because Drippy has the KO punch and then makes use of it there as well. So thanks to being able to tech off the side of the stage, he gets back on stage and evens it up. Tope is able to get a jab back air, though, in pretty short order as well. Gonna need a side B for the up B on the top plat.
Yeah, and I have to say, despite, you know, the little bit of confusion, the small surprise of Chrom coming out, I am much more happy to watch Chrom Little Mac than I would be to watch Ike Little Mac. I think this matchup is just going to be, as we've seen, as the precedent has been set in this first stock, the stocks are absolutely just going to be flying here.
Tope doing a pretty good job of just getting Drippy to swing first so that he can whiff punish it, because a lot of the time, if you're swinging first against Little Mac, he's just going to be able to armor through a lot of your stuff, so you have to play that bait and punish game, especially at like the mid to high level too, when it's a lot less footsies and a lot more of, okay, who's going to swing first? But who swings harder is what matters here, as he armors straight through the... Nothing matters. We're back
Nothing matters. It's already back to neutral. Yeah, the crowd definitely getting up in arms right now. This is an insane first game of this set. Definitely one that's going to be promising here. And, I mean, it's anyone's game. We have no idea who's going to get the edge going into game 2 yet. Oh, but a back air from Tope going to knock Drippy right off stage. Drippy already fighting to get back to the center, managing to do so with relative ease here. And a dash attack. Ooh, putting Tope in a little bit of a scary situation there.
Tope looking for a little bit too much some of these times, like trying to get the F smash off of the Little Mac recovery, and hasn't been too hard punished for it yet, but I'm starting to feel like it's a matter of when and less about if.
Yeah, and even off stage as well, we've seen him go off stage, go for some of these wave bounce side B setups in order to position to edge guard that Little Mac, going off and going as hard as possible there as well. And so not just on stage, but also, you know, in one of the scariest places for Chrom, which is off the stage.
KO punch out too, but
he doesn't need it.
He might need it yet.
He might need it.
He might need it yet.
Oh, a footstool of all things. What? Are you kidding me? They're just shrugging it off. Both of them are so confused. Okay, well, in spite of that footstool, the first game is still going to go over to Drippy here, not for lack of trying from himself to keep it over to Tope, but yeah, what a game one. The crowd is going absolutely wild right now.
What was that ending? Drippy goes for the edge guard with Little Mac, already an ill-advised option, gets footstooled, and it seems like all hope is lost, and then Tope just up-Bs early and too far away from the ledge and dies first.
Yeah, he didn't drift in at all on that up-B, it looked like. It honestly, it seemed like, you know, he might have gotten a buffered option after that footstool, because for all we know, that could have been an unintentional footstool.
It might have been on accident.
That whatever animation that he entered could have confused him, and then he might have just decided to go for up-B just to try and like get back to stage. Maybe was like a little bit scared.
He also very well might have been just mashing up B to try and get back to stage in the first place, and the footstool kind of just ruined him. But regardless, he's off to a pretty dang good start here in game 2. He's already found the first stock in under 30 seconds.
Yeah, a 0 to death at that too. Tope definitely trying to make up for that small mechanical error that ended up costing him the game there in game 1. Fighting his way back onto stage now. I have to say, Drippy playing really well in and out of shield so far in this set. Because when you were saying a lot of this set can be determined by who's swinging first and who is then reciprocating with either you know, super armor on the side of Little Mac or maneuverability usually on the side of Tope. But you know, he's definitely making use of those defensive options as well.
Tope being a lot more careful in most of these situations. Now though, looking for the tech chase off of down tilt, but it's going to be another jab back air. Should still be the stock. No.
Wow, the down air there. He used the down air and then the drift to get around that forward air. Incredible.
And another mistake off stage by Tope overextending himself is going to be a stock gone the way of Drippy.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like he was too rattled from dropping that one. What, a taunt, hello?
That had to be a fat finger. That had
he found the interval.
I was looking at his player cam at the time too, and when the taunt came out, he shook his head. So I think it was just a fat finger.
Now that was the taunt any percent speed run.
Taunt to get bodied any percent too.
Truly.
He died immediately after.
Gentleman coming out here from Drippy, trying to get on with the ledge trap now. Okay, classic there from Tope. He is an Ike player, so we're bound to see some of those come out. Ike and Chrom fans just love going for that.
It might as well still be Aether. Ooh, Jeff Smash not going to connect, but catches the get-up attack with F-tilt, and that should be the stop.
Okay,
yes.
that's the play there? Really? I mean, I guess if you call it the high recovery there with the side B, then you can go for that, but just the confidence from Tope, especially coming off that really heartbreaking Game 1 loss, you love to see it.
Yeah, Little Mac very often, especially when they're recovering almost exclusively with jump side B, is going to find themselves poking above the ledge. So pretty frequently you can catch them out with stuff like that, or like an on-stage F-tilt with Chrom or another character that has similarly disjointed range. So very smart from Tope being aware of that, you know, doing drop-off, fast fall, and then up B to immediately catch him like that.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, it kind of felt like this one had to go to Game 3 after that. You know, that Game 1 just such a horrific ending, really, from a mechanical standpoint and from others. And, you know, Tope definitely was able to bring it back now. All 3 games being played on Battlefield. I am so excited to see how this one concludes.
And that's not the stage that you typically see people sticking to, right?
Exactly, yeah. Especially Little Mac players.
Right, it's usually like PS2, or once you get really into the swing of things, you'll see people run it back to town over and over again, but Battlefield it is.
You would think this would be a pretty rough draw of a stage pick here for Little Mac, considering that you can get circle camped due to these the triple platform layout. But
when we
so
also
far,
saw during the last game, Drippy burnt his jump early, and Tope juggled him for a solid 70% before he could get down.
Those platforms, they can help you land, but man, can they help someone stay on top of you as well.
Off stage, ooh, looking for the dare and everything.
Oh, super armor on super armor here.
Everybody's got armor. It came free with your Nintendo Switch. And an F smash to Tope. An early lead in Game 3. He wants to forget about how Game 1 ended.
Yeah, huge call out there on the neutral tech from Drippy. Now Tope actually, I was going to say, might be looking for a second stock with that jab there, but no, Drippy, too much presence of mind there with using the counter to be able to get back to center stage.
Apparently also, according to Twitch chat, this is a rematch from Thursday, so I think they might have played it for
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, 2 local players then.
Actually, I'm not sure where Drippy's from. I don't think I've seen him before, but I have seen Tope quite a bit. Might have just been in town and gone to 404 before coming down to Valdosta.
Oh, I like the wave bounce there from Tope to set up for the jab, but no back air. Never mind. There it is. Express order.
It's a delayed back air. It'll come eventually.
The one-day shipping. Oh, he actually managed to outspace that. I think Drippy might have let go of that forward smash a little bit too early as well, because it seemed like the super armor window had elapsed and he took a hit or two.
Gets the F tilt, so that's at least a stock gone. But he's got a lot of distance to make up. KO punch about halfway charged though, so could very well come out and help him make up that distance.
Yeah, my eyes had just started roaming down to the bottom of the screen there, and we are in the end game now. KO punch online, only 11% on a Tope, but just 1 or 2 neutral wins can be huge here for Drippy and bringing back this Game 3.
Oh, there it goes. I was about to say KO punch is basically the only feasible way I can see him getting back into this game.
That is the
but at
win
least
condition for sure.
Quickly. It's still doable, but he has to play almost flawlessly
Side
now.
being taken off the board here, forced to recover with the up B, but actually managing to make it despite all odds.
And then just face checks into the up B on the ledge too, so he eats that extra damage.
Oh, tomahawk up B from Tope. That's a new one. And finally, oh no, dash tag. Perfect DI from Drippy to go straight to the corner there.
Oh, and chat actually confirming Drippy is from Georgia. So, so same general crew as like Solid and a couple of those other guys.
Gotcha. Second dash attack, still not going to do it. No, too stale. Second false kill screen. Oh, and a drop to recovery. Look at the KO punch meter. Look at the KO punch meter.
Tope, please.
No, a third. Okay, that's going to do it. But that was looking so dangerous there at the end for Tope. Regardless, he is going to be able to take that set 2-1 on the back of 3 Battlefield games. Maybe should have been a 2-0, honestly, considering the way that Game 1 ended, having gotten the footstool and then just throwing away the stock by accident. But you know, more games. I can't complain about getting to watch more games.
More games of that.
That was awesome.
Was a not unwelcome surprise, especially after how Game 1 ended. But yeah, great stuff to Tope. Finally, towards the end, figuring out like this is how Drippy is going to be playing around a lot of my general options and staving off the SDs long enough that he can actually play the rest of the set. We did see another one at the very end there, but by then it was a little bit too little too late.